These are times dangerous fans attacked celebrities. First up, a reporter got a little too close to Will Smith, so he caught the freshest slap of his life.
Oh my God.
Dude really thought he could pull that off. But Will wasn't the only one handing out blow, because Gigi Hadid went full MMA. Because some guy thought it'd be funny to mess with Gigi Hadid, but she taught him real quick. Gigi is a G, no doubt. But it wasn't the same for Adam Levine. See, he was about to go live on Jimmy Kimmel before he got bombed. Dude was looking like a walking cake mix, and Kim K didn't escape either, because anti-fur protesters didn't like Kim K's outfits, and they decided to turn her into a Krispy Kreme. But if you thought that was crazy, you have to see what happened to Beyonce. She was given a performance of a lifetime right next to her fans when she got snatched. He's lucky Queen Bee kept her cool. But you know who wasn't having it? Rihanna. All because one fan thought she could do what she wanted, so Riri got physical. Damn, she doesn't play. And neither does Bill Goldberg, because a friendly punch from a fan got him tossed.
This would be a wrestling plant, I believe. But about to get wet.
Boy got tossed like a frisbee. But look, we gotta talk about the time Ariana Grande was performing and got disrespected. Dude was throwing lemons instead of compliments. Yeah, fans are out of control. Just like this fan who lost her mind when she saw Justin Timberlake and wouldn't let go. Yeah, she needs to get a life, or at least some boundaries. But some fans are straight up creeps. See, America Ferrera was posing on the red carpet when a weirdo did the unimaginable.
Yeah, ugly Betty star America Ferrera was posing with co-stars Kate Blanchett and Kit Harington when a man ran onto the red carpet and put his head under her dress.
That man needed handcuffs ASAP, but some celebrities don't have any time for that kind of nonsense. Cardi B was performing in Vegas when someone threw a drink at her, and so Cardi B sent things flying. She threw that mic like Thor's hammer. But celebrities don't always get physical. See, these fans weren't out for Brad Pitt's autograph. They wanted his soul. Damn, let the man breathe. But Brad is always dealing with crazy fans. So we gotta talk about the time his fans got so crazy, he had to save a life.
We're learning more about Brad Pitt's dramatic rescue of a young girl being crushed by a mob of rowdy fans in Spain. You can see the 52-year-old actor pointing to the girl when he realizes something bad is about to happen. He rushes to her rescue and does his best to get the crowd to simmer down. Watch as he reassures 11-year-old Claudia, okay, it's okay. With the help of security, he pulls her to safety.
Brad didn't have time for any nonsense. But you better not touch a celebrity's wife, because a reporter once bumped into Tom Hanks' wife and he lost control.
Whoa, wait. Stop it. What are you doing? Back the f*** off. What are y'all doing? What do you want, Jimmy? People are crazy, bro. Knock it over my wife.
Tom made sure he was on point. Unlike Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he got caught slacking. Pay attention to this dude going insane. No. Whoa! Never thought I'd see the Terminator get drop-kicked, but no one would dare to try that on Mike Tyson. See, this fan saw Mike Tyson and kept on harassing him on the plane, and Mike eventually turned him into a punching bag.
Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back. Let's lose the horse, man.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna look like a fool, but even billionaires aren't safe, because Bill Gates was on his way to court when he got humiliated. You're telling me the richest man in the world can't even pay for the right security? But Lady Gaga's bodyguards made sure she was untouchable. Pay attention to when this fan crossed the line. Dude got folded. But that's nothing compared to when a fan invaded Snoop Dogg's stage. This concert goer decided to grab Snoop Dogg's shoulder and instantly regretted it. My man just wanted a handshake, but left with a black eye. That was crazy. But imagine there being a crowd of people outside of your house. Now look, Bieber's New York house was invaded by a bunch of believers, so he let them know.
I don't appreciate you guys being here. You guys can be anywhere up to my home, you know? This is where at the end of the night when you come home, you want to relax. It's my place as well.
Biebs doesn't play about his space, but I'd be scared if I were Chris Brown, because he was once leaving a club when things got real sketchy.
Yo, scary ass Chris. Is that bulletproof? Is that bulletproof? I'm a crip. Hell yeah, bulletproof.
Just imagine if they were closer, because that could have been the end for Chris. And even Billie Eilish knows all about that, because she was once performing when a fan got too antsy. Man, fans seriously have no limits. And neither did Britney Spears, because I bet you didn't know she was Victor Wembanyama's biggest fan. Yeah, Britney Spears wanted some of that Wemby too. So when Spears saw the 7'4" baller in Vegas, she thought she had special access and got denied. Nobody's stopping the alien from taking over the world. But that wasn't the case for Jason Derulo. See, he was just minding his business in Vegas before someone thought they had jokes.
Why you slap him? Why you slap him? Why you slap him? Why you slap him?
Jason went full WWE on them. But anyways, this next one really hated Dave Chappelle. Now look, sometimes people don't think Dave's jokes are so funny, and a man named Isaiah Lee was fed up. So when Chappelle was in the middle of his performance, he was attacked.
For hip-hop history. Thank God that was clumsy. He's back there getting stomped.
That was insane. But this next fan crossed the line. Look, we all wished we were Kendall Jenner's boyfriend, but when she was on vacation, this creep did the unthinkable.
More beers, please. Yes, thank you very much.
Excuse me. Sorry,
What? You just touched my sister? That's sister? No. Are you kidding me, bro? What? No.
But good thing her big brother Brody was there. He might be the forgotten brother of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, but he stepped up. Now honestly, some fans need their ass whooped, but Travis Scott took things too far. Because if you've ever seen a Travis Scott concert, you know it's pure chaos. It's like a mosh pit on steroids. However, one unlucky fan thought he'd try his luck and snag Travis's kicks mid-show, instantly regretted it.
Straight from Mexico, Paulo Quintana. Yeah, she smoked it. Get that motherfucker, get him. You tried to take my shoe? You want to be a thief? Fuck him up, fuck him up. Boom.
He had that dude rethinking his entire life. But speaking of bad decisions, Kendall Jenner's stalker learned quick too. See, in 2016, Kylie Jenner made it to her heavily gated home in Hollywood and was greeted by Siobhan McKenzie. Yes, a complete stranger with a history of stalking celebrities. But this time was going to be his last time harassing stars. Cause Kendall knew something wasn't right and called the cops immediately. This made Kylie freak out.
I had someone break into my house. I used to be the one who was so independent. I was always kind of by myself in a good way, but now it's like fully flipped.
So what exactly happened with this dude?
Oh my God. So I came home one night and there was a guy sitting on the side of my street and I was like, that's so weird. Like he just looked like a homeless man, like sitting in his knees like this in the street. And so I was like, that's weird. So I like drove around him. I went into my house and I watched the gate close. So I turned my car off, getting my stuff together. I'm about to open my door and I look in my rear view mirror and he was standing like right there with, I just saw his like figure.
In the gate?
In the gate right behind my car.
And you see him?
And I saw him. I saw his like figure. I'm freaking out. And he goes, I need to talk to you. And I was like, no, like you need to leave. And I called one of my friends immediately. I'm sobbing, crying. He's at my window, banging on my window, screaming at me. So then I finally start backing out and I get to my gate. The gate opens and I get out. And then all of a sudden starts running after me. At that moment is when then my friends pulled up and they like had him sit on the curb and we waited for the police to come and I'm like crying. I'm like freaking out.
And after this event, Kylie decided to move somewhere else. But she wasn't the only one who was followed. Imagine visiting your hometown and almost being murdered, because that's what happened to Patrick Mahomes during his rookie season. You see, Mahomes and his boys just got back from a baseball game, thinking it was going to be a chill night. But what they didn't know was that they were being followed by two men. Suddenly, one man flashed a gun and demanded everything they had, even taking their shoe. Mahomes then called the cops as soon as possible, which ended in a high-speed chase until the robbers were finally caught.
Now, the sheriff says Pinkerton demanded everything from the victims, their wallets, and even their shoes.
Luckily, the goat wasn't harmed, but it wasn't the same for the boss. Now look, Rick Ross and Drake had beef. Ross was all over online calling Drake crazy names like BBL Drizzy and saying that he had plastic surgery. And so Drake cooked up a diss track, and Rick Ross responded with his own diss. Things were getting really hot between them, but then it was about to get violent, because later on, Ross performed in Canada, and Drake fans decided to defend his territory. Bro thought he was untouchable, but the beef had almost turned deadly. However, in Drake's case, he didn't just have beef with Rick Ross. He was against the entire music industry. He had entire fan bases from different rappers all against him. And all these playful raps about guns were about to get real.
This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home.
Dude needs to stick to making love songs. But fans didn't show any love to A$AP Rocky either. Cause one moment, A$AP Rocky was living his dream, and then the next, he was in jail. Rocky was set to perform in Sweden, and he was just out shopping before he was harassed. There were two men that kept following the A$AP crew, and eventually, Rocky tried to keep his cool until he couldn't take it anymore. Rocky was devastated. He was put behind bars in a different country for an entire month. But you know the US government had to get him out ASAP, so they called in a favor. Damn, Rocky was going through it. However, there was a time Eminem almost died. He was just sleeping in the middle of the night when a creep invaded his home. Em has had his fair share of crazy fans on his property, but Clinton Township took it to a whole nother level, because Township was throwing rocks to break a side of a window to get inside with bad intentions. Em woke up from a sound and thought it was just his nephew. He had no clue he was facing death. Eminem asked why was he there, and he said something unbelievable.
On the morning of April 5th, around 4 a.m., police got an unusual call. Someone broke into Eminem's home in the Manchester Estates gated community in Clinton Township. Police say 26-year-old Matthew David Hughes got inside the house after he threw a paving stone in the back kitchen window and crawled through the shattered opening. According to police, Eminem woke up from the noise and saw the intruder. We're told the rapper then engaged the man in a conversation before his personal security detained him and called police. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Damn, that was a close one. But we gotta talk about the most tragic event in sports history. Monica Seles was only 19 years old and the #1 tennis player in the world, but her career was about to be ruined because Seles had an intense rivalry with Steffi Graf, and both fan bases were passionate. But there was one fan who wanted Graf to be #1, and he lost his mind. Seles was battling Graf, and while she was taking a break, this old man left the world shook.
Bitte sofort einen Arzt auf den Platz.
She was rushed to the hospital and made a full recovery in a week. It was horrifying, but things were about to get worse, because then she didn't play for a whole 2 years and was shaken up for the rest of her life. And what didn't help was that the attacker didn't even go to jail. Seles went from being a teenage phenomenon to never being the same again. But now we've reached the final moment. So we have to talk about the most insane event of a fan attacking a celebrity. This was the time that Kim Kardashian was robbed for $10 million and thought it was all over. Kim K was in Paris for Fashion Week and had all her best jewelry on to swag on everyone. But she didn't know that 5 men had a detailed heist planned for her. You see, the robbers kept track on Kim K's location through Instagram, and most importantly, they saw all the diamonds she had on her. So they followed her all day long, and when Kim finally got home, it was time for them to make their move. They all dressed up like Paris police and put the hotel concierge at gunpoint, leaving him with no choice but to let the worst thing happen. Kim was finally ready to call it a night before this happened.
I was laying in bed like, should I wash my face? I'm so tired. I'm in my robe. I need to get up. I need to wash my face. And then 10 minutes later, I was like dozing. And then I heard pounding up the stairs. And I thought it was you and Stephanie drunk. I'm calling to them like, hello, 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 and there's no answer. And then at that moment, when there wasn't an answer, my heart started to get really tense. Like, you know, your stomach just kind of like knots up and you're like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? I knew something wasn't quite right. My door was open like this, and then I saw two guys holding another guy down in police uniforms, but right outside of my bedroom, 5 feet away. So I slid off my bed and picked up my phone and I'm like, I don't know how to call 911 in a different country. And so I like called Pascal, and then the guy came and grabbed the phone for me, threw me on the bed, and I was like, this is it. Then the concierge that I realized was the concierge because he was handcuffed with the key to my room.
It was so bad. They even had my man Kanye West skipping shows.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a family emergency. I have to stop the show.
Unfortunately, Kim K is still suffering.
I did not sleep last night. I totally freaked out. Kanye came home. He had a concert. He always comes up the back stairs. Like I always know he like comes out like in the stairs that go into my room. But he came up the front stairs, and all I heard was like his feet like stomping up the stairs. And I'm like at 3 in the morning he came in, and that's the same time like the robbery happened. And after a concert he can't hear that well. So I'm going, hello, hello, like exactly what I did, and he's not responding to me because he can't hear me. And so I like started crying, and I'm like freaking out in bed, and North like fell asleep with me. So I'm like grabbing her and I'm like, hello, you know, and he's like not answering me. And then he walks in and I'm like, hello, ass. Like, we've got to come up with a plan. Like, you have to announce yourself.
That's terrifying. Even the biggest star in the world never believes she'll ever be safe. But look, she's not the only one scared, because even kids of celebrities can be even crazier than fans. One of them humiliated her own mother on live TV. Another went to prison and got disowned. And if you don't believe me, then you need to watch this video right here. These are times celebrity children went too far.